What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure Evil MMA. I've been saying this, it's been a long week. I think today's like my third show that I've done live so far today. But as promised, and I did promise this, I'm going to be reliving this weekend through my Instagram feed. And you guys better go follow me on Instagram at Pure Evil MMA _. Also on Twitter. Man, I am literally 3 Red Bulls deep right now. 3 Red Bulls deep. I also got chicken lo mein. What else did I get? General Tso's chicken. Who doesn't fuck with General Tso's chicken? Don't fuck with me if you ain't fucking with General Tso. Who is General Tso? I don't know, but that dude got a place in my heart, especially tonight right now. 3 Red Bulls deep. But without any further ado, let's jump right into this weekend. It was so much fun. I've been talking about it on the last couple of streams. And before we even talk about that, Mayweather fighting for Risen on New Year's. You guys hear about this? I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I really don't. Is it going to be a boxing match? Like, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But out of all the choices, this is what we get. So we got to live with it. But I don't know. It's just a little weird. It came out of the blue. I'd rather see him fight in the UFC. I think a lot of people would agree. So let me know on Twitter how you guys feel about this at Evil_Echo. And also, DC beating Derek Lewis. I know I promised everybody I was going to speak about that. But at the same time, guys, only fight I'm really interested in right now is John Bones versus Gustafsson. And to see what happens there. Because Brock Lesnar versus DC or Brock Lesnar versus John Jones. And DC winning over Derek Lewis just shows how good John really is. And there's a lot of people out there that'll be like, well, you can't even call him the GOAT because he tested dirty. So we're going to be talking about that on tomorrow's stream. Also on tomorrow, Devin Powell, who has an upcoming fight on the 15th of November. He's going to be joining me at 12 noonish. 12 noonish, that's what his girl Carolyn sent to me. We set that up tonight. Guys, go check out some of the other podcasts that we got down below here that we did this week. We just had Johnny Cupcakes join us. We had Igdalia Medina join us, who was one of the best photographers here on the East Coast. Also, yesterday's show, absolutely crazy, man. We had Jacobo on. We had Kin Moy on. We had Chris O'Brien on. Jay Cusinello was supposed to call in tonight, but Skype got all messed up. My Skype isn't even working here. Like, it only works on my phone. And I tweeted out, and apparently there's a lot of people out there having some issues. But it is what it is. I mean, Skype has never failed me before, so this is definitely really weird. And this is going to mess up the interviews and stuff. Like, I can't have that. Skype, get on your shit. Fix this issue. This can't be happening. This can't be happening because conveniently, if you live here on the East Coast, you can easily call the cell phone. Somebody even recommend, like, you can do it Facebook Messenger. But let's be real. Skype video is where it's at. I can pop the video right here in for you guys, and it just works out so perfect. But let's jump into today's show, guys. We are jumping over to my Instagram, and we're going to be reliving Cage Titans. So let's jump into it. This is my entire journey, all the highlights that I got to capture on my Instagram story. And I do this at every event I go to. Like, if you go through my thing here, there's Ammo Fight League, Lion Fight, Bellator 207, CES. I mean, I've been really enjoying doing this, and you guys are enjoying me doing the lives and narrating the Instagram. So let's jump right into it. Let's do this. Let's do it. Are you guys in here with me? All right, let me lower the volume on the desktop. And hopefully this will stream perfectly fine. All the levels will be good. Let me know in the chat room how we're doing here. All right, so this was like a 3-hour drive. Originally 2.5 hours it was supposed to take to get out to Plymouth, Massachusetts. I'm from Connecticut, in between New York and Boston, as you can see here on the GPS. 154 miles, 2 hours 32-minute drive, which I made it there in about 3 hours. There wasn't that much traffic, but man, what a trip to make. And I went out to go see my boys at South Shore for Joe Giannetti. I mean, this was the biggest fight of his career, and if he won, he was going to get into the UFC. Unfortunately, that's not what happened here. Let me plug it in over here. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. Hopefully you guys can still hear me well. There we go. All right, this should be leveled correctly. All right, so here's me walking to the cage site, and we finally made it there for the prelims. And let me say this really quick, guys. Cage Titans puts on the best promotion I have ever seen. The energy is so up and above what I expected the first time I went there. It is one hell of an experience. Better than Bellator. It really is. Like, I've even heard fighters say it before, like, you know, that feeling when you walk out. Like, we've seen some iconic photos, like Mikey Kimbo, where he's walking out for Bellator. The entire casino's looking at him. And that got to feel so good. But it can't feel as good as the local scene. Everybody knows who you are. They're following the build-up to it. It's just everything that they do at Cage Titans is just so good. So good. So on point. All right, here's Stapleton. This kid is so young. I think he's like 19 years old. He reminds me a lot of the Backpack Kid. When I was outside doing the, after Randy Costa won, we're going to get that in a second. After Randy won, I went outside because it was so loud to do my little fight companion, which I should be dropping next couple hours here. I'm working, slaving away at it all day. But he came up to me. He was like, man, I'm a big supporter of Pure Evil MMA. I was like, dude, you got to come on the podcast. So hopefully we'll get Stapleton on. I've been talking about him on every stream since I've seen his fight, man. First time, he broke my virginity. I've never seen a calf slicer happen in live action. And I finally got my cherry busted. I got it stapled in by Stapleton. He actually won submission of the night early on. The energy, I was just so excited to see this. And I had Brian Gerson right there telling me, like, the birdie in my ear, filling me in on some of the background and what to expect. And, man, this fight was so good. There's no way Cage Titans can't put him on the next card. I have to see this kid fight again, see what he's about. So make sure you guys go follow Stapleton. I'll post his tags down below here on the YouTube channel. Look at this crowd, man. That place is sold out. There's 3 decks there. There's the uprise, there's the lower deck, and then down on the floor where I was for press row. And the way press row usually works out, like Bellator or the other events, it's like there's one long table, or there's 3 tables like back to back to back in rows. Cage Titans a little different. You kind of just gotta find a spot to just set up. And luckily, I got set up in the back corner to the right hand side. I had perfect vantage point. Like, you guys can see right in front of me is the walkout. They walk right to the cage. I got some really good shots here too that you're gonna see in just a second. But check out the crowd here. It's just, there's really nothing like it. The way that it's designed, the way this building's designed, when the crowd starts going, you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your chest, because I feel like this place is made for music. So I don't know, man. It's just the vibrations are just so feel good there. 10 out of 10. Are you on 10 yet? And this is the girl fight. We had, let's see who the girls were. Kat Sikis, who was supposed to join us on last night's show, but she ended up going to the Patriots game. So shout out to Kat Sikis, and she went in there against Perez, which was a bantamweight bout. And these girls actually put on one of the best fights of the night. My personal pick for fight of the night, performance of the night, 100%, is Kin Moy, who we spoke to on last night's show, which you guys can check out on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Player FM, and here on the YouTube channel, of course. But shout out to these girls, man. Every time a girl step in, you know that they're going to be going in there and put on one hell of a performance, because they have so much to prove inside this scene. And as the years are going on and on, people are getting more and more respect for the girls. I personally want to see at least one girl fight on every card. In the UFC, like, there'll be like 2 or 3 cards where you won't see more than one fight, and it's just such a shame. There's a lot of talent out there.
29-28 for Christina Katsikas. Our second judge scored 29.
Let me tweet this out. Hopefully you guys can hear. Let me know if you guys can hear good. I'm going to tweet this out right now, really quick, the live stream. And I said this before, but the judging this weekend was all over the place, man. I talked to a lot of people that were just like, they were not happy with a lot of the scoring here. This fight was so good. I can understand this one, but as we go on, I'll point out some of the decisions that just did not make sense to me, including Johnny Cupcakes. I mean, come on. I had him winning 2 rounds. Joe Giannetti, I had him up 2 rounds. That was an amazing fight, especially for amateur. Hey. All right, so we got people checking in. Kevin from Chicago. Evil Eddy is here. What's going on, Kevin from Chicago? Thanks for joining us here on the live stream. Stewie motherfucking Griffin checking in. What's going on, Stewie? You know, it is midnight right now. I know it's a little late for everybody, but I really enjoy doing these streams. And I can't sit here 3 Red Bulls deep, eating my Chinese food, taking my bong hits, and listen to no jumper music and not feel the energy. Just want to go live and share this with you. I really enjoy this, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. It means a lot. Give me a thumbs up if you're also enjoying it. Let's go. Look at this crowd. So I realized that I needed to get a better vantage point to show you guys when I did this, what this place is like. So when you go backstage, you can go upstairs and there's a refreshment stand where on that door is backstage where the fighters are warming up. There's a split in the wall. There's TVs on the walls as well, so you can see what's going on. And I snuck back there a couple of times, but I needed to go up in the uprise and just show you guys the view and how many people were really here. Man, go support your local scene. Go support your local scene. Look at this. Amazing job. Amazing place to hold a fight, too. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is what you want to see. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that go support the regional shows. And they're missing out, man, because if you know what you're looking at, you know some of these fighters on there, there's a lot to enjoy. And I learned a lot just this weekend about a lot of fighters that I've been wanting to see or saw for the first time. I'm telling you, Cage Titan has my #1 vote so far this year. We're nearing the end of 2018 here. It definitely has my vote for #1 promotion for the regional scene right now. Randy Costa, this crowd was going sick. And shout out to Randy, man. I mean, every time I see this kid fight, he goes in there and finishes his opponent within the blink of an eye. Those are the kind of fighters that you want to pay attention to. Because I can guarantee by 2020, we will be seeing Randy Costa inside the UFC. Mark my words, I've said it before, and it's come true. Keep your eyes on Randy Costa. Go give him a follow on Instagram, of course. I think you can just go to my page and look at my friends and search at the top Randy Costa, and he'll come up. Do you hear the crowd going crazy, screaming for Randy? I mean, people there were wearing Randy Costa shirts. At least 30% of the people there had Costa shirts on. Look at the signs. I mean, what a great support. Just so on point, man. I had such a blast, man. I had such a blast. Now, watch when they split here. Watch these bows that Randy throws, man. It's scary. It's the uppercuts that he's about to land here are just fierce. Ice cold elbows. Check this kid out. Don't blink. Ooh. Monster. Kid's a monster. Really is a monster. And right when I took this, I missed it by a split second. That's why I say don't blink. Don't blink when Randy steps in there, man. Don't blink. Come on, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So on point. I had the best seats in the house. What a moment right there, man. There can't be a better feeling than that. And I say this, I've been saying it a lot. Life gives you these small little windows. This is so awesome to see somebody, after putting in all the work day and night, go through the weight cut. Get ready to go in there. Can you imagine being an MMA fighter, getting ready for a fight? You go to the weigh-ins, finally it's fight day, you make your walkout, you hear the crowd go nuts, you smell popcorn, Vaseline, you see people holding up signs for you, and then you get the finish. To have this moment, capture that right there. That's what this game's all about. That's what this scene's all about, man. Congratulations to Randy Costa. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that. Check this kid out. So funny. The people that were in front of me, see those people, you're going to see them throughout the stream right here, but the people in front of me were so hype up. They were so hyped. One kid, I forgot what fight it was. I think I even caught it on camera. Maybe I didn't. I think it was actually on the live action fight companion. But he got so excited he jumped up and fell backwards out of his chair, and there was a girl behind him, just like, bro, so good, so good, such a good time. Alright guys, we got intermission. It was really loud in there. I had to step outside for a second. Costa! All the fights so far have been so amazing. Even the female fights. But the one fight that stands out so far, Randy Costa getting the finish, going to 3-0. Big win for our boy Randy. And right after this moment, so I did 2 clips here. I did, obviously I got the GoPro. So I had to do this for the Instagram feed, and then the live action fight companion, I had to report what was going on. And in that moment, Stapleton walked out. This is the moment when Stapleton walked out, came up to me, was like, man, I'm a big supporter of Pure Evil MMA. And I told him, man, what an amazing finish. We got to link up. So hopefully you guys will hear from him in the next couple of weeks here. But he's another kid. Stapleton, he's a kid that it's the new era MMA. And people are starting to realize, like, not only do you got to be an amazing fighter, go in there and get finishes, but you also have to have something about you that stands out, that makes people go, oh shit, that kid's interesting. I want to know what he's up to next. I want to see his next fight. I need to get my ear to the track with this kid's career. Between the hair, the way he talks, his energy, it's just all on point. Him and Randy Costa definitely stole the show on the prelims, 100%, hands down. So I've been checking with the vlog, but I gotta check in with you guys here. I was backstage. You guys are saying. It seems like Joe and Eddy is cool, but don't even seem like you got a fight tonight. Yeah, so you're gonna see on the vlog, like I said. But I went backstage, and I like to get a look at how the fighters are feeling, how they're acting, their moods, because people react all different, and there's no right or wrong way to get ready for a fight or prepare yourself. Well, maybe there is, and you'll realize that after the fight. But every time Joe goes in there, man, especially this weekend, he looked so calm, cool, relaxed, collected, like he didn't even have a fight. He was just chilling there, eating bananas. I mean, maybe he wasn't eating bananas, but they had a bucket of bananas backstage. Like, when I say a bucket of bananas, I mean like a little swimming pool of bananas for the fighters, get that potassium in. But Joe backstage, if you saw him, you wouldn't even think that he had a fight. And he was training alongside Daniel Cormier. He was training at AKA with his teammate Luis, the Violent Bob Ross. So big expectations here. It looks like he definitely leveled up, but it was definitely a bummer that he got the draw. Not a loss, a draw. The energy is on point. We got all the big names back. Right there. You can't see it, but Joe Lozon just walks right past me right there. What do we got here? Oh, here's Stapleton right here. One via calf slicer. And right after we took this photo, he got called for submission of the night, which you're going to see in literally a second here. Hey, MMA Holes. MMA Holes, what's good, son? What's good? Bro, why do I never see you at Cage Titans? MMA Holes. Come on, bro. I got to see you at the next event. Maybe, did you guys go to CES? Because honestly, like, I realized for MMA Holes especially, he probably gets more viewers just by being home in the studio and doing the live reactions over traveling, going out, paying for a booth to sell t-shirts and stuff, which is fun. And keep your eyes on MMA Holes. If you haven't heard the MMA Holes, go give them a follow. Friends here of Pure Evil MMA. But, man, I got to say, I don't blame you if you don't go to these events. You guys got so many views doing the live stream, so kudos to you. Here's Iggy, who was just on the show earlier tonight. Who shot you? Here's Sub of the Night, Stapleton. Look at this kid. Backpack kid. That is the backpack kid. Don't tell me he's not. If he went in there and just started flossing, it would have been so good. It would have It would have been so good. Stapleton. Stapleton. Let's get it, kid. Keep your eye on Stapleton, guys. Keep it. Check this kid out. Yes! Hell yeah. Definitely caught my attention this weekend. And that's one thing that people need to keep in mind. Like, if you are a fighter, you got to realize it may be somebody's first time ever showing up to an MMA event or even seeing an MMA fight. This goes for UFC fighters as well. What is it about you that is going to stand out? Is it going to be your walkout song? Is it going to be your hair? Hopefully it's going to be your finish inside the cage. But all these little things, they add up. And people are starting to realize that. And this new era that we are seeing unfold and bloom in front of us has got that down to a T. It's got it down to a T. You can't be sorry anymore. You know what's going on in the scene. You can't just go in there and get finishes, unfortunately. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. You need to be your own promoter this day and age. What is it about you that makes you special? This is a selfish sport. I mean, I understand like media or whatever. You can't get ego. You can't do this and that. But this is about the fighters. You should have an ego in a way. You should be humble, but you should definitely be a character. And take what it is about you and make it shine. What is different about you? Don't copy someone else's shit. Be you, be true, and just keep it real. That's all we want. And somebody like this, they got all of that. He's got it. Keep your eye on Stapleton. He's got it. He could add in the floss, though. If he added the floss, man, I'd be sold. I'd be sold. What fight was that? All right, so the girls... Kasikis got a fight of the night so far. And, man, like, look at these girls walking in the cage. You wouldn't have thought they fought. Last night, they stepped in with roses and a dress. These girls would fuck me up, man. They would fuck me up. Matter of fact, Gerson, our boy Gerson, was sitting next to me. He was like, man, I forgot which one. I think it was the Dark Horse when she came in. Hindley versus Kron. I forgot which girl fight, but he was like, man, I was rolling with that girl and she literally hip tossed me over. Like, I love Gerson, man. He was on last night's show, man. But man, these girls would kick my ass. They kick a lot of guys' asses that I know. I'm telling you, bantamweight as well. Here they are. Hug it out, girls. Hell yeah. Who shot you? All right, so MMA Hole's taking in the chat room really quick. MMA Hole's taking in the chat room. I was at CES, but yeah, stayed in for UFC 230. I don't blame you, man. Like, guys, go check out the MMA Holes. They do the reaction. They do, like, if you can't, I love this. If you can't afford to pay $70 for a pay-per-view, which who can, every 2 weeks, you can go check out the MMA Holes. Him and Jesse. I didn't forget Jesse this time. Him and Jesse do a great job sharing the reactions. You even share the clips on the Instagram page, which is always a lot of fun. Another media member. Like, you guys hear me say this. I am not a cookie cutter journalist. I don't like sitting there. I don't like doing the live results and all this and that. I'm different. MMA Holes, they are different. There is a new era of fighters and there is a new era of MMA media. Watch out. We coming. We coming. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Block us. Don't watch our show if you don't want to. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I got my computer. I got a button press live. I got my phone. I got Instagram, Twitter. Block me. You don't have to follow me. I'm not going anywhere. I love this. They love this. I'm not here to get famous. I'm just here to fuck up your favorite. Fuck cookie cutter journalists. Well, not really. Like, there are a lot of people out there that I do like, but I'm not interested in them. Like, I don't want to throw names under the bus, but like, I was recently at Bellator 207. I'm sitting there. There's all the big names. Mark Ramundi, as the MMA holes know, which he was there, and like, you know that they all pay attention to the second class. I mean, in media, I feel like there's 3 classes. There's the low class, which are people just starting out, which are really going, you know, under everyone's nose. Then there's the second class, and I put myself in that second class where, like, you're getting a little attention. People know who you are at this point. The upper media, they know who you are. They're paying attention. But for some reason, they don't press like on your page. They don't comment. Like, I know there's a lot of people. I want to throw them under the bus so bad because they're so two-faced. There's so many two-faced media members out there that I'm so sick of. Why can't you keep it 100? Keep it 100. That's what the people want. Go type up your results. Do whatever you want. But y'all got picked on in high school, and we all know that. Fuck y'all. Like I said, I ain't here to get famous. I'm just here to fuck up your favorite. Look at this vantage point. I love this. He does like this little side shuffle here. What fight was this, as a matter of fact? This was Pina versus Mopfu, which is spelled M-P-O-F-U. This was an amateur bantamweight fight. And let me tell you this. This is one of my favorite clips just because I caught it in the moment. Watch this dude right here. Watch Mopfu do this little back step to the song. I love it. Moonwalk it, son. Moonwalk it. Yes. Come on. How good is that? Who does that? Who dances like that? Tom Petty. Only somebody that got the groove. Bro, next time Tom Petty comes on, I'm copying my boy Mofu, and I'm going to moonwalk it out. Moonwalk that shit out. Check this out. Ready? Here it comes. So good, so good. And as he enters the ring, I had the perfect vantage point here. How good is that? Oh, is this Navis versus Swilling? All right, so we had Navis on the show last night, a matter of fact, training out of Joe Lozon's gym. And I asked him, I mean, whenever somebody out of Joe's gym gets a win on the East Coast, we go nuts. I mean, we've been following Joe since, what was it, season 3 of The Ultimate Fighter. I do a show with James McSweeney on season 10 of The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, just that show and what it's done for the sport. Joe's season in particular, to see him at the live events and to see him, what does he have, like 20 performance of the night bonuses, 50K bonuses inside the UFC. For him to share that knowledge onto the young up-and-comers like Navis and to watch them get a win, there's no better feeling like that on the East Coast. There really isn't. We go sick. We go sick. We support our own. My phone's trying to tell me it's time for bed. Man, it's got to be so exhausting to do that, dude. And there's Joe Lozon right there. Speaking of the devil. I mean, what hasn't this man done for the sport is the real question. MMA holds pulling through with a remark held for review. Sick with it. Mark is super... I ain't going to say it. But you're true. That's right. I agree, man. Like, I feel like a lot of these people got picked on so much in high school. They found their niche, but they really are not that good at it, man. Like, they really aren't. Like, I see people like that. Even Ariel Helwani. I'm going to throw Ariel under the bus. If he can do it, why the fuck can't I? Way cooler than Ariel. I'm not saying I'm a bully or anything, but... Dude. The fuck is going on here? The media scene should be the cool kids table. What the fuck is going on in the media scene? We need to fix this. We need to fix this. There are no characters. And I've had people come up to me and be say, you know, the media's not about that. You're not supposed to be a character. You're not supposed to feel like you need to be noticed or important. Bro, mind your business. I'm living my life. I wake up every morning. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm passionate about this. And I fucking love it. I'm here for the fighters. I'm here to give them a platform and to share how I feel and what I see on Twitter. And, you know, I did my first interview at 7 years old, guys. 7 years old on air with Stone Cold Steve Austin on KC101. After the Mayweather-McGregor fight, iHeartRadio asked me to come on. I mean, this isn't a joke to me. I went to broadcasting school. This isn't a game. I got fucking evil tattooed on my hand. This isn't a fucking game, kid. It's not a game. It makes me so mad to see these dorks making paychecks, while the people who are actually interesting and are actually entertainers in the media scene, that's what media is. You need to entertain people. There's a new era. There's not just cookie cutter journalism where you're just sitting there typing results and, all right, cool, I love it. Great. Great article. I want original fucking content. I want characters. I want entertainment. I'm trying to bring that. MMA hosts, they're trying to bring that. Dan from Oregon, trying to bring, and Dan from Oregon got a shout out on Luke Thomas's show. How about that? Woo! Kind of. I mean, Luke Thomas felt like he didn't want to give him props for breaking news. He was kind of shocked, Dan broke the news. What kind of? Yeah, our boy Dan broke some fucking news, and you better give him the credit, Luke. You better give him the credit. Kevin from Chicago. I agree. They're mad because they look at people like me, they look at people like Chris, and it reminds them of being bullied in middle school and high school. But listen, man, this is mixed martial arts. This is a man's sport and women's sport. But you know what I'm saying? Even people on Twitter, they get so emotionally wrapped up and oh, you didn't retweet me. Oh, why aren't you paying attention to me, bro? This is the fight. This is the hurt business. Your emotions are hurt. The fuck. The fuck. The fuck. The fuck. The fuck. The fuck, man. All right, so this quote right here is actually wrong. Alyssa Cron, not the dark horse, but the dark horse to beat the dark horse is what I was trying to type here. But coming all the way from Canada, her boyfriend fought the night before at CES, got the win. And let me say this. Cron almost got beat, and she pulled off a submission in the first round. And to capture this moment right here, she jumps into her boyfriend's arms. Another moment that you got to hold dear and just be like, wow, like that. That's what life's all about, these small little windows. Look at that, look at that. I got to replay that because that's just so good. That's such a moment right there. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. I mean, a complete underdog. Complete underdog. It's got to be a hostile household. I was thinking about that. Two fighters dating one another, that has to be so intense, especially going through the weight cuts when you're feeling irritable. I guess it's good because your spouse will know, all right, he's going through his weight cut. I got to give him some space. Because like I said, it's a selfish sport. It really is. You can't, and for me, there's a lot of distractions in life. And being in a relationship is huge distraction for a lot of people. If you're trying to chase after your dream, you could feel some type of way sometimes where they say something or they just get you off your golden mindset. And it's hard. Every day I try to keep that golden mindset. I wake up, I try to get motivated, I put on good music, I try to plan out my day, but unexpected things happen. Whether it's girls, whether it's family, whatever it is. And to see these moments like this, it means a lot, man. It means a lot. I root for the underdog. This was a big one. But South Shore did not go home with the win here, unfortunately. But, man, what a moment. All right, so this got us into our co-main event, which is Johnny Cupcakes, who actually dates Joe Genetti's little cousin who's doing photography. He's going up against Dan Dubuque. Now, there was a huge story going into this fight. Is my mic still on? Really quick. My mic still on? All right, cool. Hopefully this isn't too loud either. Coming out to Johnny Cash as well. So Dan Dubuque was originally supposed to fight Joe Genetti because Joe Genetti went to the Ultimate Fighter. We had Gerson explain it last night on the show. Johnny Cupcakes explained it on today's show. But this is a different stream, so maybe you missed that. Backstory of this: Dan Dubuque moving down in weight classes. He was the original champ, had to vacate the title, and then matched him up against Johnny Cupcakes. This is such an intense fight because the winner of this was supposed to fight Jay Perrin. Now, we're going to get to the results in just a second here, but what a song to walk out to. Johnny Cash, man. Man, such a good vibe at Cage Titans. Such a good vibe, man. always think this, and I want you guys to comment down below. If you were an MMA fighter, what would be your walkout song? I think I would personally come out for like Hate Breed, or maybe, I don't even know. Probably Hate Breed I'd come out to. Represent New Haven, CT Hardcore, CTHXC. All right, that's Dan Dubuque right there in his corner. I thought this was really interesting. He's sitting there, he's praying. It looks like he's praying, or he's doing something there, trying to get trying to get in the zone here. But I'm still just baffled about this fight, man, because going into it, I didn't want either of these guys to win. I like Dan. I like Johnny. So I was really having a really hard time to watch this fight. This is a big moment for Dan. He needs this win to prove to everybody. Because he's a smaller guy. I mean, he was fighting at, I believe, lightweight, and he moved all the way down to fight at bantamweight, 135. Imagine that weight cut. Here comes Cupcake. Watch Cupcake's walkout. I don't know if I captured it on here, or if I captured it on the fight companion, but check it out. Hopefully, check it out. Come on, this vibe is so good. I love reliving it. I love capturing this shit on Instagram. I love reliving this. I love doing these streams. I love doing this narration, man. Just like, I feel like I'm there again right now. Like, man, life's so short, man. You really have to appreciate every one of these little moments. These little 10-second clips mean a lot. So intense. I mean, when I tell you that the energy was through the roof here. Hey, I'm doing my live show. I got to call you back. I'm on air right now. When I tell you, you could... This place was going crazy. Now, Jay Perrin. I caught this on the fight companion. Jay Perrin, who is the champ. He is sitting right there in front of us. And he's like... right over here to the left. He's sitting there because he knows the winner of this fight is most likely going to be the challenger for him next in January. And he's sitting there, he's going, boring, boring. Oh, you thought I was boring? This is boring. Like, it was so hilarious. Very tense first round here. See how quiet this crowd is? Like, you could literally cut. Oh, man. Now, I scored the fight for here. I actually have the actual scorecard here in front of me. Let me bring you round to round. So I had Cupcake winning the first, the second. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's wrong. I had Cupcake winning the first and second, the third possibly going to Dan. But Dan actually ended up being the winner of this fight. And I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion. That's just what I saw here. And you guys can go back and listen to Cupcake's interview that he did literally just a couple hours ago here on Pure Evil MMA. Down below here on YouTube. If you're listening to this on iTunes, youtube.com/PureEvilMMA. But this is basically strictly a YouTube thing. I don't even think I'm going to be posting this to iTunes, Podbean, or anything. This is just for the YouTubers out there. Hey! Alright, so Kevin from Chicago saying, I'd walk out to Headstrong. I'll take on anyone. I love that song, man. I used to listen to that before football practice. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. Hell yeah, bro. Isn't that a song called like Bottom of a Bottle or something? Or no, is that a different song? Well, that's a good one, man. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. I'd rock that. That's a good one, man. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Look at this. I mean, Johnny Cupcakes, man. When he was able to get some distance, he was landing some punishment. But Dan did the same, man. He landed this spinning elbow from hell. This icy elbow on Johnny, man. Like, this was a good fight, especially when they had distance. Kid's going sick there. Look at this. And this is why I wouldn't mind. This is why I really wouldn't mind seeing the rematch. I would love to see the rematch. Now, Cupcake saying that he doesn't really feel it, but if they want to run it back, hey, Kin Moy is most likely to be fighting Pear next. I think King Kong Moy, had the best performance of the entire night. He looked to be UFC caliber ready. A man who fought Andre Sukumtal at one point, twice. He also came on the show yesterday if you want to check out that interview. Brutal, bro. Let me punch you in the face a couple times like that. You go home and tell me how you feel, man. You got to give so much respect to all these fighters. I mean, imagine taking one of these blows. Come on, bro. Like, the craziest thing is I know so many media members out there that they can't even punch a balloon for 5 minutes without getting winded, but yet they have so much shit to talk about the fighters, which I could understand because you don't necessarily need to be a fighter to give your opinion. If you know the scene, if you know how the entertainment works, if you know how the fight scene works, the ins and out, and things that people aren't really aware of, and you do a good job at it, like Damon Martin, really good at it. Guy that doesn't look like he could last a minute inside the cage. There's a lot of people out there that have so much to say, but don't understand how much respect you really need to give these fighters. Now, I believe that's Cupcake looking for a submission right there. Absolutely exhausting to watch, man. All right, guys, time for our main event. All right, so this is main event time, which means Joe Giannetti versus Harvey for lightweight. And originally I thought this was supposed to be like a 5-round fight. I really wish it was a 5-round fight. Once again, Joe gets screwed in the second round because of the reffing. Didn't know when to stand him up. I scored the first round and the third round to Joe Giannetti, but it came out to a draw, which, if you're at a fucking fight and the main event goes to a draw, the fuck? Like, the fuck? Not what you want. Fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare is what it is. The main event going to a draw is a fucking nightmare. No one's going to be happy. Both sides are going to be like, I won. No, I won. But Joe Giannetti, after the fight, he was just like, he even said to Chris came on yesterday's show to start the show off, and Chris was like, yeah, after the fight, before they announced the winner, Joe looked at me and was like, I don't think I did enough to win, which is upsetting, man, because I scored it. I didn't see it that way. I scored first and third for Joe. Joe almost finished them multiple times. So how do you score the first round is the real question. And you guys can go back and watch this. It's on Flow Combat. Shout out to our boys over at Flow Combat. How to do the boomerang. How to do the boomerang. All right, enough, bro. So if you were aware of Joe Giannetti, seasoned Ultimate Fighter, he won the fight in 13 seconds, beat John Gunther, beat his opponent after that, looked phenomenal like he was playing in a fucking video game. Goes to the finale and loses the fight. Very upsetting to watch because, like I said, the refs just stood him up in the second round. It is what it is. But now he gets another shot, and the same shit happens. Joe almost finishes this guy in the first round. It's not like the guy got a takedown. Joe jumps guard, goes for the goes for the neck, looks for the finish, and he had him in that position for most of the first round. For some reasons, judges still think just because you're on top means you're winning the round. And it's not like that at all. Just because you're on top does not mean you're winning the fucking fight. Now, there was a point in the third round where Joe literally almost finishes him, and I catch it here on the Instagram coming up. If his opponent Harvey didn't turn his head at the last second, I think Joe would have had it right there. It's so frustrating to watch because It's like any second. Like this kid's life could change if he gets a finish. You know, Dana White, Sean Shelby, they're all waiting to see the results of how Joe did. DC backstage getting ready for his fight, who he was training Joe Giannetti. It's so heartbreaking, man. It's so hard. And yes, it was a draw, so it's really not a step back, but you don't go forward or backwards. But I'm sure he's back in the gym today. He already started calling people out today. He already started calling out. Check this out. Let me read this to you guys. This morning I woke up and this is what I saw on Joe's Facebook page. This is from Joe Giannetti, like 8 in the morning. And to the scumbag Peter Barrett, you were pretty cool at the Cage Titan after party. Little did I know, a few hours earlier, you were on Instagram embarrassing our sport and shit-talking a bunch of female MMA fighters for a laugh with your buddies with some sick jokes. You had some words for me too, while I was in there fighting. But once we were face to face, you had nothing to say. So once again, in caps, Pete, fight me at Cage Titans in January or retire, you clown. You didn't do everything in your power to fight on Saturday. You ducked Zach DiSabatino, and you've been ducking me. I've got the videos of Pete's jokes for anyone that wants to see them, which I do. I'm sure all you do. As far as you, Pete, just man the hell up and take your beating. And that is how you get people excited for fights. Joe knows exactly what he's doing here. He got a taste. It's like it's like going to a college party, getting a taste of that college life and going back to high school. It's like, come on, I need to get to college. I need to get to college. I need to be here. It's got to be really frustrating, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do, man. And that's a fight I want to see. There's a story there already. He found a story. He grabbed it. He found something that's going to motivate him. That's going to get the people, the fans, to either side with Pete or side with Joe, and people get fired up. People get fired up, and that's what you need. This is what you need to get noticed. Hell yeah, Joe. Oh, right there. I just missed it. But those shirts are Joe's shirts. The snatching necks and cash and check shirt. Where is it here? Here it is. Hey! Too far. Snatching necks and cashing checks. Round 2. This was frustrating, man. Now, I gave the second round to his opponent, Harvey. Which, shame on me, I should reach out to Harvey and get his take on how he felt about this fight. It's not fair that I'm just siding on Joe. I don't want to be a biased media member. So, I definitely need to reach out to Harvey, who I believe trains out of Maine. Yeah, I believe he's out of Maine. And props to Harvey, man. Like, knowing the moment that Giannetti has here. Like, and to go in there and put not a stop to it, but to go to a draw, man. Huge props. And you guys didn't see much in round 2 because there really was not much to film there. Here is the clip I want you guys to see the most. Joe Giannetti comes this close to finishing Harvey. 3rd round. Watch the ref. I start screaming at the top of my lungs. Finish him! Finish him! And you can feel the crowd being like, is this the moment? Are we about to see Joe get the W, the TKO, and get signed to the UFC? Are we about to see that moment? Call it! Come on, ref! Call it! Oh. he turns his head at the last second. Now, that clip, he was laying into him for like 20 seconds. And his opponent still remained conscious and turned at the second that he needed to. One last time. Let me just replay that. So you guys can see him literally move his head. Watch him move his head at the right moment here. Look. Boom. And in that moment, my heart sank because it was like you were so close there. Look at the reaction of the people in front of me here. The kids in front of me. They're looking at each other like, shit, that was close. The energy was up here, and then when he turned his head, it was like, oh. There we go, guys. The main event ending in a draw. In a draw. Almost got the fight finished. So close. Not a loss, but in his book, he says, it's not finished, it's a loss. Alright, guys, that does it for my coverage here at Cage Titans on Plymouth, Massachusetts. Joe Eddy goes home with the draw. Not the one he was looking for, but another step back. He's still undefeated. So it's only a matter of time. Alright, really quick. Let me show you, because I talked to Joe right after this fight, like literally seconds after the fight. Here he is. And he does the pure, I love it. He does the Pure Evil MMA logo. I mean, let me tell you guys something. In high school, I used to stick my tongue out. My mom, since I was a little kid, I used to stick my tongue out in every photo. Matter of fact, my mom has gold-plated jewelry of me and my brother as kids taking a family photo. And my fucking tongue's hanging out my mouth. And that's the Pure Evil MMA logo, as you guys know. It's me with my tongue hanging out as a cartoon. Joe Eddy representing Pure Evil MMA. Got his horns, got his tail, and the cape. He's a straight vet. I love it. I love it. What a thumbnail that is. Look at that. Look at that.
Man of the hour right here.
Hell yeah. And let me say this. People in high school, middle school used to be like, bro, why do you do that? It's like, bro, let me do me. That's my thing, bro. That's my thing.
So, how are you feeling right now?
I'm pretty bummed. He fought exactly how I thought he would, and there's nothing I can do about it. We trained so hard at AK to stop it, but he's just good at what he does, and I can't knock him for it.
You gonna go watch DC fight right now?
Yeah, you see this?
Joe, we'll link up.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, brother. Alright, guys. We are heading back. Man of the hour right here. Got the draw, man, so...
And he's actually wearing the DC shirt right there. Smashing chicks and cashing chicks. Call it, Tony, call it. shout out to Kevin from Chicago, man. Cracking me up tonight in the live chat. Cracking me up.
Right now?
Call it, Tony.
He fought exactly how I thought he would, and there's nothing I can do about it. We trained so hard at AK to stop it, but he's just good at what he does, and I can't...
I mean, Joe was training with Habib Nurmagomedov. DC. Rosando Sanchez, who's the striking coach over at AKA, who's been on Pure Evil MMA. The Violent Bob Ross. Joe, here's my message to Joe, man. Don't give up, bro. You are so close. It would be so foolish for somebody to make it this far, be cracking down that final layer of brick, and to be like, and walk away. That's not Joe. He may be upset, but it's more motivating to him, and I hope it is. You will be in the UFC soon. Everybody has been talking about Joe Eddy. There are so many people that are just boggled of how he did not get signed to the UFC. His opponent that he beat in 13 seconds, John Gunther, who he had on the show as well, great guy, he got signed to the UFC. Why didn't Joe? Why didn't Joe? Makes no sense, man. It boggles my mind. It really does. It really fucking does. All right, so before we end out, oh my God, whoever made this is so funny. So before I even started heading up, I saw this video of DC, which is the infamous clip of when John Jones backs out of UFC 200 last second. And DC's backstage with Dana White, and Dana breaks the news to him and he gets really upset. Well, some genius out there scrambled the words up. And I'm just going to let you guys witness it yourself. This is so funny. Derek got the Popeye sponsorship. Come on, dude. Dana, come on. Come on. I know, bro. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Come on. I know, man. They're giving him free chicken for life, too. I'm so fucking sorry. That's a bummer. Fuck. How good is this? Who did this? And shout out to them, man. They're giving him free chicken for life, too. It's actually madness. This made my night, man. This made my night. Whoever did that. My cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt. Every time I watch this, my cheeks hurt. Derek got the Popeye sponsorship. Come on, dude. It's madness. I know, man. Fuck, I know. I'm so sorry. Whoever did that is so genius. So genius. Shout out to Reddit, man. Shout out to the Reddit subreddit, man. So good. Guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram at PureEvilMMA_. Also on Twitter. Let me pull you back into the full screen mode. I've been having a lot of fun doing these live streams. A real lot of fun. I am trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Finally, I mean, we're kicking ass on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Podomatic, Player FM, all that good stuff on the podcast scene. I'm trying to now break into the YouTube scene. So help me get to 1K. Help me get to the that super chat. It would be life changing if I got the super chat. I was even thinking about doing Patreon, but I don't know how. Just the YouTube community, I feel like I can break into it and do my thing and be different from the other people. But man, tomorrow is a new day. More content coming your way. And like I said, Devin Powell from the UFC is going to be joining us at noonish, so you don't want to miss that here on YouTube. And then it will be uploaded directly after on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Podomatic, Player FM, Spotify, all that good stuff. Guys, I'm Evil Eddy from Pure Evil MMA. White knuckles till the end. Behave yourselves.
Ice on my wrist is so gorgeous. I want your dick cause she boring. Let's look at me niggas on snoring. Hop in the phone and floor. I see the hit on your face. Better be safe cause my nigga don't play. These niggas be sound like 50 shades of grey. Pull up when I pick up big cash from the bank. Ice on my wrist is so gorgeous. I want your dick cause she boring. Let's look at me niggas on snoring. Hop in the phone and floor. I see the hit on your face. Better be safe cause my nigga don't play. These niggas be sound like 50 shades of grey. Pull up when I pick up big cash from the bank. Snakes all around me, Medusa, pull up in this part, that's why she with my room. These bitches be picking and choosing. My only one top from the line, no computer. Bitch, I'm ballin', you shopping, no fool. Niggas sliding, they watching my move. I got moves like a Jerry Drew, water, no pool. I'm cool when I put my pull up with no rule. No rule, just like Wayne, I got no to the two. It's a holocaust whenever I step in the booth, you buffoon. If you think you can walk in my shoes, get your money up, I'm at the top of cocoon. Stay focused, my hustle time too. Do my blood, I ain't talking about rule. Like I rule, I put blood on my shoes. From the bottom, came up like a school. In my zone, bitch, I feel like Ray Lewis. On this shit, I belong in the sewage. Fucking trap, my little niggas run through it. Put a cap in his head like he Jewish.
Yeah.